Okay, so why my obsession with Google and why this workshop? If you're like me, then you're in love with life and you want to spend every second doing something constructive and you want to get as much out of your life as you can. So I view my life that like every second I'm spending time and I'm just putting time away and I have a limited amount of time. So the more efficient I can be every single day, the more I can get done while I'm here. And that's what Google helps me do. It helps me organize myself to the point where every second I know what I'm doing. So I also did this presentation because by enabling all of you to have this knowledge, you can then spread it out to other people as well. And so the goal is if I help you and you help them, we're all helping each other. And that's all we really have on this planet is each other. So just keep that in mind. Also, where did I get this knowledge from? So a lot of trial and error for the last 20 years of my life with computers, and a lot of trial and error with Google itself. Searching the internet and exploring Google's web pages, just because I'm a curious person. So there's a lot of stuff that this little white screen here doesn't show you, but there's a lot of like hidden pages that they have that I'm going to show you later on. I also learned a lot from YouTube.com. You can learn anything from that website. It's not just for funny videos. If you type in stuff that you're interested in, you can actually find like videos on every topic from physics to cooking to whatever you want. In terms of organization in general, the book Getting Things Done by David Allen, I've mentioned it to a few people. If you ever get a chance to read that, it sort of teaches you to think in a way that is very like structured and organized and very time efficient, and teaches you how to plan using like a huge medium of items that you can use, a huge range of things, including Google. In the book, it doesn't specifically touch on Google, but you can adopt, and there's websites that talk about getting things done with Google. Also, Randy Pausch, he was a professor from Carnegie Mellon University who passed away from cancer, and his videos they kind of went viral online, and I watched both of them, one on enabling your childhood dreams and one on time management, both of which sort of changed my life. He was a great guy. And finally, searching Google for how-to, in quotes, and anything else that you want to learn to do, and you can pretty much find anything. So let's start on the main Google page, which is where I'm at here on the screen. And if I go too fast, stop me, because I can tend to go fast on a computer. All right, the top left bar, where you see web, images, maps, news, that's like your main resources. And if you notice there's a more button, if you click that, it drops down to more stuff that Google has to offer. And then there's an even more button at the bottom, if you click that. This is probably the majority of what they have, which you can search at your own leisure. But I'm sure there's other hidden pages. Like I find hidden pages all the time. So let's go back to the main Google screen by hitting the top left button that says Google, the picture. And now look at the top right. The top right of the screen is your account information. If you're not signed in, click sign in. Does everybody here already have an account made?
Yeah.
Sweet. If you click the My Account button, it lists all of the products that you're currently signed up for via your Google account. So when you signed up for your Gmail, that is your Google account. You can also sign up for Google on any of their other websites, including Calendar and Notebook and Docs. But you probably signed up when you were getting your Gmail. So now click to go back home again on the left. Actually, you're going to have to type in google.com again, because the top left button links to accounts. Alright, so we're back on the main Google page. So the first thing I want to talk about is searching Google. It's easy to just type in words and press search, but there's ways you can search and things you can type to make your searches more efficient and better. So for example, if you put anything in quotes, it will search the whole term. So if I wanted to search for
Engineers Without Borders.
Yeah, Engineers Without Borders, instead of typing Engineers Without Borders, I would type it inside of quotes. And then it'll only pull up websites that have that term in it. which is really efficient. And you can do combinations. So if something's in quotes, and then you want to put a word outside of quotes, you can do that. The best way to think about searching is to think about the website you're looking for. What words are going to be on that page? What words are you going to pull off that page when you search? That's the best way to search. Searching for questions isn't really efficient. A lot of people, including, well, no names, but a lot of people I know, they search for questions to get an answer to. And the internet doesn't work like that. It works based on words and blocks of words. You can also use Google to define words. If you type in define with a colon and then any word you want. For some reason, the word that comes to my head always is Pokemon. I don't know why, but it lists it, it defines it for you. So that'll give you web definitions, and it gives you the source of all those definitions. One thing I have noted here, that you can probably download a Mozilla Firefox plugin that would allow you to right-click on any word on any website and then automatically define it. I don't have anything installed, and I don't know of anything specific that exists, but if you're familiar with Firefox and plugins or add-ons, that would be a useful thing to do.
To do what?
To download a Mozilla Firefox add-on. So you can just right-click on any word on any website and then press define, and it would automatically search Google for a definition. Also, Google is a calculator, so 6 * 6 will give you 36. SQRT, which stands for square root of 49, will give you 7. And you can actually click more about calculator, this little link here, and that tells you the many ways that the calculator works, because it doesn't just do basic math, it can do like conversions for you. So if I wanted to know like 45.789 feet in meters, it'll convert that for me, which is really useful for engineers, even if you're not without borders, just in class. So now go back to the main page of Google by clicking the Google button.
Where's this Google button?
The main word that says Google on the top left of your screen. It'll be right here on your screen. That'll take you back home. If you go to more again and then go to even more, you can see on the left side that there's even more search options. Google has searches that are specific to certain things like book search, blog search, patent search, product search are also listed on the left side. Scholar lets you search scholarly papers, like papers that are published in scientific journals and whatnot. And if on the right side of this page you go to Labs on the top under Explore and Innovate, and you click that, there's a lot of very new experimental products that Google has to offer that you can search, including Google Trends, where you can see what people are searching for. Google Code Search, that lets you search computer code. If you are some kind of computer engineer, that would be useful. And something interesting too is Google Sets at the bottom, where you type in words that are similar in like a group or category, and it will make a set of additional items for you. So an example would be, there's actually a link that says example. If you click that, BMW, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, it clips in, and then press small set, and it'll give you other companies. So if you need to brainstorm for car companies and you can't think of them off the top of your head, Google will do it for you. So that's basically search. There's probably more to it that you could probably go in depth with, but we're going to go to Gmail now.